Hello, friends. I hope you're having a good day. In science this week, we have been learning about the life cycle of plants and animals. Yesterday, we learned about the life cycle of a tree. Today, we're going to learn about the life cycle of a different plant. We're going to learn about the life cycle of a pumpkin plant. And we're going to learn about it by reading a book. But first, let's review the life cycle of a tree. So in order for a tree to grow, we need to first plant a seed. After we plant the seed, we need to make sure that it gets plenty of sun and water. The seed will begin to sprout and also grow roots into the ground and will sprout out of the ground, and then it will grow into a small tree. As the tree continues to grow, it gets bigger. It will get leaves. Depending on the type of tree, it might grow flowers and fruit. We're going to look at the pumpkin plant today, which might be a little bit different. We might see some differences. So I have a story here called Pumpkin. So we're going to listen to Pumpkin. The author is Jean Titherington. And this is going to tell us a little bit about how pumpkin plants grow. Janie planted a pumpkin seed. And the pumpkin seed grew a pumpkin sprout. And the pumpkin sprout grew a pumpkin plant. And the pumpkin plant grew a pumpkin flower. And the pumpkin flower grew a pumpkin. And the pumpkin grew. And grew. And grew. It's a big pumpkin now. Until Janie picked it. Then Janie scooped out the pumpkin pulp, carved a pumpkin face, and put it in the window. But he saved 6 pumpkin seeds for planting in the spring. So let's review the cycle. Pumpkins grow from pumpkin seeds. This is a pumpkin blossom. The blossom will become a pumpkin in about 5 days. The pumpkins are ready. Hooray! Alright, so we're going to review the life cycle of a pumpkin. The pumpkin plant starts as a seed. The seed again needs sun and water. The seed begins to sprout from the ground and becomes a plant. After it becomes a plant, a pumpkin flower grows, and then the actual pumpkin grows from the flower. So when looking at pumpkin plants, it is a little bit different from trees because the actual pumpkin grows from the flower that grows on the plant. Another thing that is different is that pumpkins also grow on vines. So we do plant them into the ground, but when they sprout up, they make a vine and they grow on a vine. And trees do not. Trees grow out of the ground and not on vines. So there are some similarities and differences in those two life cycles. Today, we are going to also, later on, view a video on how a flower grows. And then you friends are going to get to go on a website and make something called a Vokie, which is really awesome. A Vokie is a character. You can make the character, you can pick the character out, give it your own background. There's plenty of things to choose from, and then you can use your own voice to make the character talk. And you're going to make the character, your Vokie, talk about plant life cycles and how some of them are different and how they're the same. So you could look at the trees and the pumpkins and you could talk about how they're similar. Well, they both grow from seeds. Well, how are they different? Well, pumpkins grow on vines, and also they have to sprout a flower first before the pumpkin comes. It comes from the flower. So you're going to do that, and your learning coach will help you to create your Vokie, and you're going to upload it to our class website. So I hope you have fun doing that, and I will see you tomorrow.